My dear students, I am Dr. Suja, going to deliver the topic on TS diagram in third unit of Engineering Thermodynamics, which we have already come across 6 videos, and this is my 7th video for this unit. Thanks for patient listening and your cooperation. Please listen the videos and understand the concepts. And now this is the video which talks about TS diagram and its significance. So already we have studied how to draw PV diagram, PT diagram and PVT surface diagram. What are their importance and the various important points and terminologies which tells the exact state of the steam during the heating at constant pressure, and when varying the pressure what happens to the properties of the steam. Everything was discussed in detail by so many diagrams. You please revise and recall and enrich your knowledge by reading again and again and seeing the videos, watching the videos, okay, so that you can able to find out how to uh, uh, further going and moving in this unit. Okay, so now we are entering into the TS diagram, how to draw the TS diagram for a pure substance. TS stands for temperature entropy diagram. T, you know very well, it is temperature in degrees Celsius or Kelvin. Entropy, entropy is the word which you have studied in your second unit, right? Which tells about the degradation of energy. The unit tends for kilojoules per Kelvin. And now again, for this drawing the TS diagram for a pure substance, or especially we are going to concentrate on the plots for water only, and for that purpose I am taking 1 kg of ice at minus 5 degrees Celsius to which is heated to reach the point of steam at 250 degrees Celsius. Okay, again already we have considered the same conditions, and I hope that I have started with minus 10 degrees Celsius for drawing the PV diagram. Whether it is 10 or minus 5, it would be lesser than, it should be lesser than 0 degrees Celsius, so that you can able to know how the temperature variations and when heated what happens to these properties. That was the purpose here taken. Already I told you we are going to give the importance to only liquid vapor region, where all the power plants are applying and transferring the heat from only liquid state to vapor state. Okay, so here minus 5 degrees Celsius to 250 degrees Celsius it has been heated, and the pressure being maintained constant at 1 atmosphere. The entropy increases of the system, and you know very well in the second unit we studied that wherever heat addition takes place the entropy will increases. How it is increasing, okay, that is the matter, and how we are going to represent those increases in the plots. That is only we are going to learn here. Okay, the entropy, now let me go to the calculation. The entropy increase from minus 5 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, as we have somehow we have classified the divisions for each and every regime is only nothing but minus 5 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. At the constant 0 degrees Celsius all the ice would be converted to water, and from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius again further heating is being taken, that is coming under sensible heat, and again at the constant temperature of 100 degrees Celsius all the water would be converted to vapor, which is called as a latent heat of vaporization. That is that would be taken place at constant temperature, constant pressure, and further heat addition is considered as sensible heat. Here wherever you can able to see or sense the increase in temperature is called sensible heat, and phase change occurs only during the latent heat. That latent heat of fusion or latent heat of sublimation, latent heat of vaporization would be taking place as constant temperature, and the temperature is depends on the pressure what you are maintaining, or the saturation pressure is depends on what the temperature which you are fixing, that was already discussed here. So here how you are going to calculate the entropy change, that is you are adding the heat from minus to convert from minus 5 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius for taking that 1 kg of ice. How you are going to calculate is 1 kg of ice m into Cp for ice. What is the value of specific heat of ice is nothing but 2.093 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So that has been given here. So that m Cp ln of T2 by T1. Okay, what is T2? 0 plus 273. So 273 minus 5 degrees Celsius plus 273, you will get 268. Okay, so here 2 temperature is coming into play, right? It has to be raised from one temperature to another temperature. So when what happened to, what is the change of entropy for 1 kg of ice having the specific heat of 2.093, which has to be transferred from 5 degrees Celsius, minus 5 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. So this is the formula, and you are getting the entropy change in kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. And then now here the unit would be kg will be cancelled and kilojoule per Kelvin. And then now if you take if you want to calculate for next step, okay, next step latent heat of fusion, which in which at the constant temperature of 0 degrees Celsius continuously maintaining this temperature and constant pressure of 1 atmosphere, all the ice would be converted to water at a constant temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, same 1 kg of ice, and that is absorbing the latent heat of fusion, which is about 225 kilojoule per Kelvin. So for that latent heat of fusion, the calculation would be same here, only single temperature will come into play. Okay. So here like this, you got here, you can clearly they have drawn, this is temperature and entropy. Okay, from 1 to 2 entropy rise, 2 to 3 at constant temperature. Temperature is also here rising. You can able to sense the temperature, and the entropy is also rising. Entropy, of course, when till you give heat to the system, the entropy will increase. Okay, so towards the positive x direction. Okay, so here 2 to 3 happening at constant temperature 0 degrees Celsius, what would be the entropy change? Okay, so here you have to calculate. And then 3 to 4, again temperature is increasing, again 4 to 5, that is conversion of liquid to vapor, again superheating, the sensible heat temperature is increasing. So this is the what is this line? This is isobars. What is the name? Isobars. Got constant pressure, what at constant maintenance of 1 atmospheric of pressure, what is the changes of temperature and pressure. Once first sensible heat will be taken and latent heat will be taken, sensible heat will be taken, latent heat will be taken. So alternatively it will absorb the variation of the heat, depends upon the phase change, and then finally it will reach the temperature what what you are achieving with the superheat. Okay, so here again I can able to that is label here. This is the solid plus vapor region, this is liquid plus vapor region, here solid plus liquid, and liquid only, liquid vapor regions. All again other labeling points will not be changed. Only thing is isobars is drawn in TS coordinate. Okay, now here also this is first this is the second thing, that is for explanation purpose I have shown here. Before getting this vapor dome, joining the same state points here, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, again 3 to 4, again 4 to 5, and 5 to 6. So at various atmospheres here isobars has been drawn here, and the change in entropies also have been shown from minus 5 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. What is entropy change? 2 to 3 at the constant 0 degrees Celsius. What is the entropy change? Okay, between state 2 to 3, all the ice is converted to water, and from again water is absorbing the heat and it is sensible heat, so further heat addition, that is the increase in temperature could be measured or observed, and again at the constant temperature of 0 degrees Celsius. So compared to PV diagram, in TS diagram you can able to understand how ice is converted to vapor and what are all the that is changes which you can made there. In PV diagram you could have seen the constant pressure lines, here also constant pressure lines, but their constant pressure was in y-axis, here temperature was kept it in the y coordinate. Okay, right, till the 250 degrees Celsius they have drawn, and here in x-axis shown clearly how the entropy has changed. And for a liquid vapor mixtures, that is between this region, I told you this is our important region between liquid and vapor. Okay, so here if you take any point at a particular pressure, if you want to find out the entropy for the liquid which is being existed in the middle of this vapor dome, that is 50% fluid water and 50% in vapor, means how you have to find out, so here if you in the corresponding pressure you have to find out the entropy of liquid, that is fluid SF, and entropy of the gas SG, and then difference of this SG minus SF would be that entropy of that particular liquid vapor mixture. For gaseous state and all, directly you can get the that is in the superheated region, directly you can take the entropy from the steam tables corresponding to its pressure and temperature, and in the liquid state also you can get the fluid particles. But in between liquid and gas, that is wet steam, means what would be done means the difference between the entropy of the gaseous phase and the fluid phase has to be difference for find out the difference. And here the full view has been given in TS coordinates. This is SF, that is entropy for fluid, this is saturated fluid, this is saturated vapor, and this is the difference between the SFG. Okay, this SFG term or this difference between the gas and the fluid is given in the steam tables also. All other it is well known to you, the other things. So here these lines are constant pressure lines. Okay, isobars, that's what isobars, constant pressure lines, is shown in TS coordinate. Here, from here, if you start from here, pressure is increasing. So these are all the lines, these are all above this critical point line, they are all above the critical pressure. If you want to increase above 221.2 bar means, then you could have got these types of lines, because the testing and the processes have been conducted by for various values, Okay. I am Dr. Suja signing off. Thanks for patient listening and continuous watching of my videos. I hope that it is useful to you. Meet you in next video. Continue in the third unit in the next further videos also. Thank you.